Wang.
Ronnie, where have you been?
Everybody's asking these questions.
They're lost. They're wondering.
Now, some things are part of the cycle. Usually around this time, we don't get patches until like coming up to that February time where we start getting a little bit of word or one of them pops up on Twitter. Now let's stay in tune, guys. We always gotta remember, when Wang comes out on Twitter, everybody's always waiting for him to say stuff. So when he's not saying stuff, we just gotta sit back and not even get worried, because we gotta learn the game's not fully in his control. All right, it's not fully in Ronnie's control. But when they're gone, when they're not speaking on the game, when they're not speaking on patches or the bugs, now I'm gonna have videos just playing up on the screen of the bugs that's going on right now, because that's the one thing that's killing the game. But I had to sit back and think about the business, and I was like, maybe they just are waiting right now, because fellas, let's be real, people. Let's snap into reality real quick. All this stuff that's going on in the world right now, the COVID, all this stuff that's going on right now, is it really the greatest time to be marketing a game? It's kind of hard to fully really enjoy this game when you got real life that's going on, that's real right now. So you gotta ask yourself, is it a good time to be releasing a game right now? Really, no. With everything that's going on right now in the world, it's not. So what I'm thinking is that they're doing a plan right now. They're plotting a plan right now. And it's not in a bad way, it's just a good thing. Rather than throw out a little minor patch that they could go in and tweak some little things, but it's not fully gonna fix it, they're working on making a bigger patch. They're looking at everything that's going on with the game right now. They're looking at the skill players. You guys gotta understand, when these guys are looking at what they need to patch, they're looking at skill players, they're looking at trash players, and I'm gonna keep it direct with y'all. They're looking at trash players, they're looking at in between, and they're looking at the skill levels, they're looking at how we're utilizing the moves, they're looking at all these things to see how they're gonna patch things, how they're gonna tune things, how they're gonna touch things, how they're gonna fix it. And that takes time. Now you gotta be a reasonable human, because people don't like to do this. Look. You gotta be a reasonable human. Can you make a 2K game? Can you go in a game and go into coding and do a patch? Yes, they're $1 million company. They do this. This is what they do. But you guys gotta understand, it still takes work, and they're at a higher level when they're making these games and testing and doing all these codings and stuff, right? So at that point, you gotta realize it's gonna take some time, and then they're gonna want to pick a proper date to do it on. When there's a lot of people on our servers, like, fellas, let's get locked in. More gems about to drop. Let's get locked in. 2K has a server sheet. They can see how much people is playing their games on what days. Why do you think they have events planned on certain days? They can see how much people are on their servers. You don't think they're seeing their numbers? You think when YouTubers are making these videos and stuff, y'all think they're the first to the first voices saying this shit? No, they already know. 2K be knowing. They see their numbers. They see it. They okay. What can we do to bring them on the game around this time? Okay, maybe, all right, do you guys think we should release this patch here? When will it be good? When do you think it will be ready? Do you guys think we have everything in order? Do you guys think this will be the right patch? Like, man, come on, fellas. Stop thinking it's a simple game when it comes to how they want to have their image being portrayed. Stop thinking it's a simple game. You don't know what the company could do. You don't know if the company could be holding them out on the patch on purpose. See what I mean? But it's whatever you want to think at the end of the day. But I always try to tell people, you guys should keep yourselves in a place where you should relax. The patches are going to come. When have we ever went through a 2K where they didn't patch the game? They probably didn't make the game to your liking, but we've gotten patches if there was something in the game, whether or not it was later on down the line. But they finally did a patch and everybody felt good, got back on the game. They've done this. Maybe it may change this year, who knows? But we know when Mike Wang and Ronnie 2K are off Twitter, to me, that's a good sign. When they're off Twitter for a long time and YouTubers are starting to go crazy on Twitter, I've deleted all my social media. I'm not saying I'm going to be off of them, but they're just off for right now. I got to handle some business stuff. But when you see the videos and you just see a whole bunch of videos in YouTube algorithms, YouTubers go crazy, this story, they're not saying nothing. Mike Wang's not speaking, Ronnie 2K, they're not talking about the patches. To me, that's good news. To me, all that tells me is there's a patch coming in the next 2 months. And I'm not even going to say the 2 months. It's going to come in February. If not in February, listen, I'm going to be direct. The only reason if this patch don't come within February, if it doesn't come then, that's because something in the world happened. Some crazy shit is going on in the world, and you shouldn't even be worried about the game. It's probably some different things going on right now, and then the patches will come out a little bit later. But it's not going to be too much longer. It's not. The bugs, it's ridiculous. The waiting I gotta do, it's all ridiculous. I don't feel like they're gonna get it fixed. So, like I said, fellas, there's gonna be a lot of patches coming. All right. One, they're gonna do the patches because the system itself is gonna have a console update. All right. Then we're gonna have the game patches. Understand, it's a transition. When you got your move, like I said, this is why I keep myself in between, because people are going to be shitting on the game right now, but watch later on down. Watch. Send some patches out, people are going to be back on the game playing it. Patch a few things, these bugs get taken out, a lot of things get tweaked, people are going to be back on the game. Watch. So, I hope y'all enjoyed this video, man. Hit the like button down, subscribe. Positive vibes, y'all know how I'm coming, man. OG.